Hey y'all, welcome to the Healing Waters channel, the Healing Waters podcast. And this is a podcast where I talk about a personal account of me coming out of toxic, manipulative relationships, whether it's with family members, co-workers, loved ones. It just does not matter, right? Manipulative and toxic people are everywhere. I wrote a book called Healing Waters. And in this book, it's a personal account of my journey with toxicity. I am an avid writer, so y'all write everything down. And I just wanted to share this with you. If you need some understanding on what you are feeling, what you are going through, I just want to let you know you are not alone. And also, I do want to add that through this journey, God, Jesus Christ, helped me heal. I put an exclamation point behind that because it's so absolutely true. Jesus Christ helped me heal, right? He helped me love myself. So I don't want you to like if you are not like a believer, I don't want you to like read this or go through these, which they do stand rest assured, and they're so beautiful on their own. But the book is a journey about how I came to not only the truth of what true healing is, but I found Jesus in the midst of it. So just to give you guys like some transparency, right? The third poem is called Validate Me. And I will explain it line by line, give you guys some context. In the times of distress, very stressful. This time is a time of distress. Okay? I hang on to every word. The need for validation in the midst of toxic relationships is so astronomically heavy. It's a lot. It's intense, right? You just always need that validation from that abusive spouse that you are hitting the mark. You have reached that expectation. Where does that come from? Like, if you are in that particular situation, have you asked yourself, where does that need of validation come from? Is it deeply rooted in deeper traumas, deeper childhood abuse? Like, is it rooted in deeper things? Like, really, like, do some self-reflection and ask yourself that. And even if it means hurting myself. So sometimes in the midst of an abusive relationship, somebody would say something so out of line, crazy to you. You just accept it. You would just accept it, right? You would just get hurt because, for one, you'd rather take it, right? You don't talk back or challenge it because you don't want more abuse or more dysfunction to be within the relationship. So you also do it, even though like it's hurting yourself, it's hurting you, you're protecting yourself, right? That is such a crazy dynamic, right? Oh, man. And accepting the cruel words directed at me, like I said, you accept them. It's like, all right, I am who you say I am, right? I soak into a season of worthlessness. So yes, like in the moment, it may not immediately feel or seem like this is not doing like detrimental damage, but it is. Okay. And then as you go down those cycles or those chapters, not chapters, but as the time is prolonged within the relationship, you realize like, where did my self-worth go? The little bit of self-worth that you were just hanging on to it's depleted. It's fleeted. It's gone, right? And dip myself in pools of insecurity. So now you're insecure. Oh, y'all, I've been through these seasons. Like, now that like lack of like you feel worthless, it comes with the insecurity, right? It's like those two go hand in hand. While you feed those insecurities, so you're very insecure and you're abusing, and your partner knows that you're insecure, so they would use your insecurities to further hurt you. That's crazy. That's cruel and that's wicked. For somebody to use the things that you are insecure about to furthermore hurt you or belittle you. or gaslight you. I run from them all the same. So even though, oh, this line is so important to me, because like even though like you're very insecure, of course you want to run from your insecurities. A lot of times you like push them down, and it makes you almost feel like, okay, they don't exist. These don't exist. Like if I could just push it down, push them in the closet, lock away, throw away the key, they don't exist, right? Forevermore, I am haunted by the imperfections of me. So once again, they make those insecurities known to you. And so you think like you're like imperfect. You think that there is like something wrong with you. You think that you just can't quite reach this level or this expectation. And that cycle just runs over and over again in your heart and your spirit and your mind. You ruminate on it, on your imperfections. You don't think about the things that you're like really, really good at, or the gifts or the talents that you have. No, this person has ingrained into you every single thing, that every single imperfection or flaw that you have. They're boastful about it. You use it as an ammunition for gain. So yes, if you ever back a manipulative or toxic person like in a corner, they will immediately come out swinging and start like bait trapping you with shouting out your insecurities. And sometimes they do this in the midst of other people. And that's when it gets dangerous at that point, because it's like you're trying to tank my character in front of those who love me. So now, not only like do my family members and friends and things like that I love see the manipulative behavior, but they know what my insecurities are. And if you do have insecurities, or if there's everybody has like things about themselves that some imperfections and flaws, but I don't want everybody to know them. That's like something I need to keep to myself, right? It says, by hiding behind your mask of incompetence. So yes, the abusive, and I say in a lot of times, no, I say it a lot of times because a lot of times abusive individuals or manipulative individuals, they start to spew these like insults in the midst of anger. And when you're angry, you just like, you can't control yourself. You're just out of control. Anger is like that type of anger, because I do believe there's like different, like you can have like anger due to injustice, where like it'll propel you to like make a difference or advocate for somebody. You have like different types of anger, but in this particular type of anger, it's dangerous, but it also reveals how incompetent your abuser really is, and how they literally cannot control their emotions. They cannot regulate themselves. They themselves also suffer from insecurities as well. And to mask and hide their insecurities, they would rather shout out yours or pimp or make fun of you. To distract you or distract people from seeing their insecurities, they're bold enough. Y'all, look. This is crazy. Like, they're bold enough to actually reveal yours. It's crazy, y'all. I hope y'all are getting some understanding, because like now, I went through this season of my life and I recorded these down. Like these like are so intimate thoughts of mine. But I'm just like, wow. Like when you write, I encourage you guys to like journal whatever you're going through, and definitely like keep it in like a private and secret place. Because I know like if you're like in an abusive relationship, people like invade your privacy. So make sure you definitely keep it in a private place. But seeing how like incompetent an abuser is, it just really sheds a lot of light on their like emotional capacity, their emotional intelligence. It says, by hiding behind your mask of incompetence, you rip mine off. Right? So it's like, they have the mentality like, I want you to be bare. I want you to like soak in your insecurities. I want you to drown in your imperfections, right? I dare you to say something about me. I dare you to say something about the things that I lack, because then they threaten with further fear and further violence and further pushing you away or pushing you into a corner. So it's like you can't win, right? While I decipher your love misunderstandings, this is a very important line as well, because as crazy as it seems, like a lot of like those who like individuals who abuse, I'm sorry guys, there's a train. A lot of individuals who like abuse have this warped way of or explanation of love. It's like, I'm doing this because I love you. What? Since when is abuse love? Like, I'm doing this because like you don't know any better. I'm doing this because I'm protecting you from yourself. I'm protecting you. So it's a very weird and misdirected way of thinking about what love is. They don't know. Because if they knew, they wouldn't be doing it. Okay. I am now sunk into a desperate place. So now you get desperate. Like, there's a desperation for you to leave. There's a desperation for you to reach out for help. There's a desperation within you. And it just kind of swells within you. Right? A place that needs your approval. Oh my goodness. I ended with this because it's like, it says, I'm sunk into a desperate place. So yes, you're desperate. Yes, you're like, you have lost hope, right? But this is a place that needs your approval. Like, and even in the midst of your desperation, your abuser knows that you're desperate. They know that you're in that deep and dark place. They know that you're there. And a lot of times, like, you even have to seek approval to be there. It's so bizarre. You have to like stand before your like lover, coworker, family member, and you're feeling depressed and anxious and you're sad, but like you are so people pleasing that you would get to a point where it's like, okay, can I like be here? I mean, is it okay? I mean, what would you like for me to do? Where would you like for me to be? It's very whew, y'all, it's just taking me down memory lane, and I can like rejoice right now. And because I'm outside, I have like broken those cycles, and I could rejoice and thank God that I'm here. And in essence, I am praying for all of you all for release. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. This is temporary. It's not going to last forever. It's not going to last forever, so don't lose hope, okay? But I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you all for joining and tuning in. And hopefully this has helped you understand some of the emotions you may feel, and maybe you connected to it in a more intimate way. But thank you all. Talk soon. Bye-bye.